Aquarians. I know it's 4 in the morning here, but my sleep was broken several times, so I'm wide awake. So I might as well be productive. This is going to be a relationship spread. It can apply to any relationship in your life, including the relationship you have with yourself. It can be any platonic relationship, including work relationships, family, friends, romantic relationships, you name it, any type of relationship. While I was pre-shuffling, I saw the Ace of Swords in my Mystic Mondays deck, and I saw Raise Your Vibration in the Divine Energy Oracle deck, although I think that was a personal message for me, which is why I'm doing the readings. It's like I'm trying. Give me a second. But you may be feeling a little low vibey, so there may be a need for you to raise your vibration also. I'm going to lead this reading with the Mystic Mondays deck. The top is going to be mental energy. The middle is emotional energy. Behavior. We'll look at the overall theme of the relationship and the current relationship situation or status. Left side is you, right side is your person. However, it can flip-flop or be vice versa. Or like I said, it can be the relationship you have with yourself, and you can take over both sides. Okay. All right, so let's one more. Let's go ahead and get into it. And I'm going to pull my clarifiers also to save time. Overall theme of the reading or the relationship: strength, Leo energy. It represents willpower, courage, bravery, and patience is what I'm getting. So maybe that's what this is requiring from you or teaching you. The High Priestess is at the bottom of the deck. So your intuition could be high. Trust your intuition. Pay attention to anything that occurs in your dreams. You may want to keep a dream journal or write it down. This also could represent deep emotions or things being hidden or secret. That's Cancer energy. Let's go ahead and pull the clarifier. So yeah, for the relationship situation, we have the Princess of Swords. That is air energy, your element. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. So this is paying attention to detail, like asking questions, being very inquisitive, being very curious, and watching. It is a very learning type of energy, like wanting to learn, but I think it's a very aware energy. Just like really paying attention to everything that's going around you. A lot of communication could be a very talkative energy as well. But this could be something new. It could involve a child as well. Maybe you have a child with someone or something like that. Show me the strength card. The Queen of Cups. So maybe someone's trying to contain their emotions or keep their emotions controlled or reserved. This is again a very intuitive energy, very spiritual energy, very focused on these emotions before giving them out. But it could be being very selective with who you choose to give your energy or your love to or your emotions to or show your emotions to. The Three of Cups is here with the Queen of Cups clarifying the Strength card. So I think the overall theme of this relationship is probably testing your patience. Maybe it's challenging you to celebrate and be loving when things are difficult. I feel like I want to pull another card because the Three of Cups is kind of... This could also be for some of you like willpower, trying to keep your emotions to yourself and not with multiple people. With the Three of Cups, that could represent like a third-party situation, like you dealing with two different people. Or it could just be a celebratory energy, like need to celebrate life and happiness and creativity. But like having the strength and the courage to celebrate life and be happy when things seem difficult or hard, but also having the willpower and the strength to reserve yourself and keep your energy. There could be a little overindulgence when it comes to partying, going out, hanging out with friends or something like that. So maybe there's a little bit of self-control that needs to be initiated to draw back some of that energy and keep the emotions contained. That's Scorpio energy, and Cancer energy could also be Pisces, water. So you are watching and observing You are probably paying a lot of attention to yourself, the way you behave, your thoughts, your communication, the way you've grown, and the way you've healed and changed. This is Aquarius energy. This is your card. This is Judgment with Pluto energy. Pluto just went direct from being in retrograde for several months in Capricorn. So it went direct last night, today, one of the two. But anyway, I think you probably are noticing or paying a lot of attention to your own growth. Judgment is about self-awareness as well. It's about noticing how you've changed and how you've grown from your past, noticing how much more accomplished you are, and noticing how much you've healed. Like, you could be noticing, like, wow, that used to trigger me, or that used to really piss me off, and it doesn't bother me anymore. Like, you could just be paying attention, or this could be the mutual energy between you two. You could be dealing with someone either from your past or who you've dealt with for some period of time, and you're noticing the growth on both ends. On your mind, we have the Six of Pentacles, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I want to say it is Virgo. I could be wrong. However, it's about harmony, blending, generosity, and flow, like being in sync with the universe, equal give and take, balance. Again, generosity, even philanthropy or charity. You could be helping someone out. You could be thinking about helping someone out, or you could be thinking about a situation that involves balance. You could be feeling like you're working really hard to have balance with the King of Cups here. This is the perfect pair, the King and Queen of Cups. So you could be working really hard or standing up for your relationship or standing up for yourself, defending your position as someone who is secure within their emotions, who knows what they want. And this person over here is probably trying to resist temptation. That's kind of what this feels like, having real willpower to resist temptation. So you're thinking about defending your position and defending your emotions. You desire this balance and this balance, just balance. Like, you desire an equal give and take connection, and it can't be equal if this person is giving love to you and giving love to everyone else. And you see his cup is open. He's open, he's ready, he's open to love, and this person is kind of not open. And then all these three cups are open, so it's just like threes are proud. Like, what's really going on? Show me the Lovers. Ooh, so we got 2 wands. Nice. The Lovers here, this is in your heart space. So I think you are coming into alignment. You're understanding your own growth. You're recognizing your own growth. And this is also an awakening. You could be going through a spiritual awakening, or you could be having, like, I know spiritual awakening came up previously a few months ago in one of your readings. So this could be kind of like, in addition to that, you could be ascending again. That could be what you're experiencing. The Ace of Wands is here, and the Magician clarifies this. So I think you're very inspired. You probably have a lot of ideas or a lot of ambition. Like, maybe there's all these things that you want to do now that you feel like this new person, and there's all these new things that you want to try and experiment with. This represents creativity, as well as the Magician card. It represents creative power, order, structure, or yes, but because I felt like I was about to start explaining the Emperor. The Emperor. This is Mercury energy, a Gemini, Virgo, or I think it's Gemini or Virgo with Mercury, the Magician. However, speaking of Mercury, Mercury will be going retrograde in a few weeks at the end of the month. Anyway. Hi there. I didn't think anyone would be viewing this early in the morning. Anyway, I feel like you feel inspired. You feel very creative. Your creative juices are flowing, and you've probably been brainstorming, or there's been a lot of ideas that you've had, and now you have all of the tools for success to embark on this new passionate beginning. And I think you just feel very aligned, and you feel very confident in the decisions that you decide to make, because the Lovers is also about making choices based on love and not lust, based on long-term success and happiness, not temporary satisfaction or enjoyment, which is lust. It's also Gemini energy. So you could be dealing with the Gemini as well, or have Gemini in your chart somewhere, with the Magician coming up being Gemini Mercury energy as well. Show me Seven of Swords. So in your behavior, you could be feeling very defensive. You could be non-trusting, because the Seven of Swords can be a deceptive energy. So you could be feeling like you have to watch your back, or waiting on someone to show you like their true colors. Feeling like you need to defend yourself. Aw, you're so welcome. Thank you for watching. I needed this because y'all would have seen me a few minutes ago. You wouldn't believe me. Anyway, this is deception, being discreet and keeping secrets. I think this is it does give me like a sneaky vibe, but I think it's like, maybe you feel like you need to either manifest things privately, or there's something that you need to deal with on your own without people being involved. Maybe you feel like you just can't trust everybody, or maybe you're just taking extra caution because you feel like this new person, since you've experienced this alignment, maybe you just feel like this new person, because there's a lot of newness here. So maybe this awakening is just maybe awakening you to the people who you've been giving your love and affection to. Maybe it represents, I saw 1111 just now. Maybe it represents you being more reserved and feeling like you have to watch your back. Maybe you've been deceived and you feel like you have to watch your back. So maybe you're working towards self-improvement, working on building skills, personal skills, work skills. You could be working really hard at your job, whatever it is that you do for a living. You could be working towards a promotion. You could be trying to, you could be teaching others. This could also be apprenticeship. Like you could be teaching or learning something. But I think it's just you feeling very protective of your new being, of your new spiritual self, of this ascension that you've experienced, or this growth you've experienced, and just being very careful. Like, it gives me a vibe of being very eager to learn more about yourself. It's like the more you become aligned, it's like you fall deeper and deeper in love with yourself. You are defending this person that you are, that you've become, that you've grown into. This could be you too, like your masculine and feminine energy ascending, growing from this Queen of Cups to this King of Cups energy, from maybe possibly in the past being closed off to love, and now you're being open and defending yourself and protecting yourself. And I do get a very protective, but like kind of sneaky, as in the sense of, you don't know I have this knife behind my back, and I'm a play with you until I don't feel safe anymore. But as soon as you step out of line, I might cut your ass. You know, that's how that feels. Capricorn energy and Virgo energy with the Eight of Pentacles. Could also be Taurus. I think it's Virgo though. But anyway, it is a collaborative energy, but I think this could be you collaborating with spirit, you being very dedicated, working very hard on yourself and improving yourself, maintaining yourself, and just being the best you can be. On your person's mind, this person's thinking about order and structure, probably money. The Four of Pentacles could also mean savings and investing. So it could be dealing with money. This could also be time, energy, or effort. This person could also be concerned with caring for their body or their home. This is what's on their mind. So maybe they're trying to stay in the comfort zone. If this is you, I can totally understand that as well, like wanting to kind of stay in a comfort zone. Because if you've been hurt before, if you've been played or you've been deceived, and you feel like you've ascended, maybe you feel like you're more sensitive, or you're more of a target to other people. Hi. Maybe you feel like you're more of a target, so you have to stay reserved, and you have to protect your energy, and you have to defend yourself, because that's what I get from these two. And then with the Four of Pentacles being here, what's on your mind? If this is you, or if this is your person, this represents, you know, wanting to feel safe, wanting to feel structure, wanting to feel order, wanting to feel that there is a healthy amount of control, and also just being very careful about what you give your time, energy, and effort to. That could be what this willpower is about, this strength card and this Three of Cups and Queen of Cups. I don't know if you saw the beginning, but I was saying how, you know, this could be someone trying to have some control, some self-control, some willpower to reserve who they give their energy to, and kind of put a cap on it. Instead of hanging out with everybody, partying with everybody, drinking with everybody, just really being more focused on their own energy and keeping it reserved. Being a little bit more careful about who you allow into your inner circle. And so clarifying the Four of Pentacles is the Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups. Scorpio energy, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So there could be a new offer, a new love coming in but you could still be grieving something, some sadness, overcoming some sadness, or mourning something that was lost. This could also just be disappointment or fear of disappointment. You could be afraid of accepting this offer because you are afraid of losing it. And even though you've grown, you've gone through ascension, there is still some fear here. Yeah, definitely safe mode. It's definitely safe mode. That's what I get from this too. It's like I'm going in, but I'm going to protect myself. But it's like if you're really collaborating with spirit and you really trust spirit, you don't need to protect yourself. You can trust that spirit will protect you. So I feel like some of you could be afraid of offering or extending your love because of past loss. Some of you could be afraid of accepting love because of a past loss. But I think it's more fear-based than actual loss. There could have been actual loss in the past, but I don't feel like that's something you're currently experiencing. I think it's just affecting your ability to give or receive this new love. But we have two aces here. We have the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups. So there is newness coming in. The Five of Wands is in the heart space. So there could be some internal conflict. Maybe part of you wants to accept this offer or wants to extend this offer, but you're thinking really hard on it. Thinking, like, if you can see her face, she's concentrating. She's really, really thinking long and hard and being very careful about who to give it to. Maybe you're waiting on your intuition to kind of give you a nudge and tell you whether or not you can move forward with this person or this situation, or if you should just continue to be reserved. Clarifying the Five of Wands. So again, this is Aries, I want to say. Could be Sagittarius or Leo, but I believe it's Aries. It may be Leo, actually. But anyway, yeah, this is Leo, actually. This represents conflict or competition. There could be some internal conflict. It could be like the heart versus the mind, the ego versus the intuition. It's really what it feels like, ego versus intuition, or heart versus mind, or even masculine versus feminine, which is all the same, the duality of it. You know, each side of the spectrum belongs to masculine, feminine, yin, yang. You know what I'm saying? So it's all connected. So I feel like part of you, yeah, there's probably some internal struggle or battle you're experiencing. If this is, now I'm saying you, but if the left side is you, then this is you. If the right side is your person, then this is your person. Or if you're cross-watching or whatever. So the Five of Wands being here, like I said again, internal struggle, trying to master yourself. Good morning. Trying to master yourself or trying to outdo the competition. You could also be feeling like, for some of you, you feel like this is all internal. You may not have even realized this. You could be feeling like you can't even not identify your emotions, but because the Five of Wands talks about not feeling like your voice could be heard. But since it's in the heart space, maybe you feel like if you do express your emotions, they won't be accepted, or it won't be you won't be heard. So maybe that's why you're being so careful about who you give it to and being so defensive if this is you as well. Maybe you feel like you won't be heard. But then we have the Nine of Cups and the World card clarifying the Five of Wands. So in the heart space, I think ultimately, yes, there probably is some type of internal struggle, but I think you really are happy and you are learning your lessons. You're learning important lessons that help you close out major cycles and chapters and start new chapters. The Nine of Cups being here represents wish fulfillment, happiness, joy, and abundance. It's Pisces energy, and then this is completion, something coming full circle. So I think that this represents, I want to say that it's probably that internal struggle ending, or you learning something from it. Because I do I'm sorry, both of you are paying a lot of attention. Like if this is, it could be that this is both sides are you. It could be that you're dealing with another person. It's gonna vary for different groups of you, but you are noticing your growth. You recognize how you've healed. You notice how much you've changed from your past. You're learning from past mistakes, and I feel like that's what this is too. Like possibly you're learning your lesson. You're learning how to be happy. You're learning how to be content and overcome this internal struggle or battle that you may be having. The Hanged Woman is in your behavioral space, so you could be detaching yourself from something or just kind of releasing the need to control or understand something, waiting on new perspective or waiting on your intuition. Like I said, waiting on your intuition to tell you which way to go, who it's safe to give this cup to, waiting on direction, waiting on enlightenment. It's also sacrificing, possibly sacrificing the need to control or the need to, like I said, the need to understand every part of what's happening. I think you see your growth, and maybe you're getting into a place where you don't feel the need to question things so much, because this is a very inquisitive energy. I think maybe more so you're going within instead of questioning the universe or questioning those around you. You're probably going within and asking those questions like, okay, why am I feeling like this? Where is this coming from? How long have I dealt with this? Or, you know, just really doing some shadow work, really growing. So again, this is Neptune energy. Neptune is currently retrograde in Pisces right now. And I think you are paying attention to your intuition as well, clarifying this. This is your behavioral space. So I think you're detached and you're really just paying attention to your thoughts and your intuition, to the communication. You could feel overwhelmed by the weight, by the suspension, because this can be like kind of hanging around. But while you're waiting, you could be doing other things like making yourself useful. So I feel like you are still doing the hard work, taking care of your responsibilities, even though it's tough, it's difficult. You're paying attention to everything. This could also represent a contract, like reading the fine print, or someone watching you. Somebody could be watching you. If we switch these cards here, somebody could be watching you take care of your responsibilities and handle your duties, or you could be watching someone else while you're waiting. You could have your eye on someone. Yeah, some of you could have your eye on someone that you do want to offer your love to, and you're just waiting either for your intuition to give you the go ahead or waiting on the right moment. You're waiting on something. You're watching though. Maybe it's that this person has a lot going on and you feel like maybe it's not the right time. Maybe you're waiting for them to wrap this cycle up. We have a lot of cyclical cards here, a lot of ones. We have a 9. The World card is the last card in the major arcana, so this is a major cycle that's completing, wrapping up, a major lesson learned. Could also be a karmic cycle because it is Saturn, Earth energy, which rules Capricorn. You have a great day too, love. Thank you. Yeah, I'm up super early. I'm gonna be sleepy as hell later. But let's see what the likely outcome is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter with the Kipper deck. What's the likely outcome, Spirit? So message, you could be receiving some type of correspondence within the next week or 7 days. It could be an email, text message, phone call, any type of correspondence of communication. Anything else for the likely outcome for Aquarius? Oh, shit. Okay. So it could be from a male figure. Okay. Excuse me. So yeah, you could be receiving some type of correspondence or some type of message, phone call, or something from a male figure or male person in your life. This could also be your masculine energy. So if you're a male, you could be reaching out to someone else. But it's just a masculine energy. It doesn't have to be a man. Exactly. It is a pleasant message. It does represent a pleasant message. Could be a phone call, voice call, memo, email, a handwritten note, you name it. Coffin came out too, so something is ending, and something is ending for good, and that's kind of what the World card means. It's finalizations. Something is ending for good. It could be a part of you from your past. It's ending old ways, old habits, old thought patterns, things like that could be ending. It could be relationships, it could be things like that, but it could just be a way of life, a way of thinking, a way of carrying yourself that could be ending. Official person and journey is here, so I feel like this is probably your energy. Feeling very accomplished, feeling very this is a person who has achieved a lot, who's very successful, who gets things done, a very serious person. This is someone you don't want to play with. Master number 22, and then journey here breaking down to 1. So it's time to leave the old behind, time to leave the familiar behind and start a new journey, start fresh. Let's see if this one gives a time frame as well. I don't think so, but let me double check. Yeah, because it represents like leaving the familiar or the old behind. It could also represent any type of vehicle, a vacation, or round trip. So this could be you needing to take a trip, or this could be just symbolic of your ascension. You could be feeling like you're a completely new person in a new place because your vibration has raised, like you're at a different frequency, you're in a new dimension, so to speak, you know. This could also be, like I said, vacations, travels, escapes. It could concern your works, family situation, or relationship. I think this has something to do with family, or family is involved, but this is communal support with community. This is family and friends, loved ones who are there for you, who have your back. So that could be what this Three of Cups is about. For some reason, I get the vibe that a lot of you feel like you need to do this alone, but I think this is just here to remind you that you do have family and friends and loved ones who do support you and who are there for you. So you don't have to do this alone. And it popped out on the floor and then I put it over this. But if you're collaborating with someone, or if you're working with others, this could just represent those people being people that you can trust. So while you're, you know, in this defensive, or not defensive, in this protective energy, be mindful that there are still some people in your circle or in your energy field who you can trust. Main females at the bottom of the deck. So this is someone desiring deep romance, love, and connections. And if you're a female, I think this is you. First of all, I think this is you, Aquarius, no matter what, male or female. I think this is your energy. I think this is representing your heart space. I think this is representing you desiring love, or wanting a counterpart, or just wanting to be more emotionally fulfilled. But I think it does represent as well, like I said, romance, desiring romance and love. You could be wanting, like I said, I think you have someone you want to offer your love to. There could be a little bit of fear that you still need to work through, or that you have been working through or overcoming. I do want to clarify Coffin real quick, just to see what this is. It's ending. Show me Coffin, please. Ten of Cups. So there could have been a family situation that was ending, like maybe you went through a divorce, or maybe it's just like accepting less than the things that allow, or accepting less than the Ten of Cups, you know what I'm saying? Less than emotional happiness and fulfillment. Maybe that part of you is ending. Maybe you've been kind of selling yourself short, or accepting less than you deserve, or yeah, like giving yourself the short end of the stick. And I think this representing contentment. Maybe there was that internal battle or struggle was about you not doing things that really made you happy, and now you're ending that. They have the Ace of Wands and Ten of Cups here, because this could represent family as well. That's why I said a family situation that could be ending. You could be starting a new family. You could be inspired by something. This could also represent creative energy. So maybe there was something, a creative endeavor or skill that you have, that you're passionate about, that involves arts or something that you're picking back up. You do, I think there's inspiration here. The Ace of Wands is here twice. You could be inspired by love, or something is getting your love flowing or going, like something is talking to your heart and you're responding. But I think with this with Coffin being here at 19 breaks down to 20. Let's see. So we have 2 wands again. So this is newness. Maybe you're, with this ending, I think this is symbolic of this new beginning. As long as you remain to keep your emotions in check and keep yourself balanced, that makes a lot of sense too. Yeah. But I think this is just beginning a new, like starting that new chapter, and you haven't lost anything. It's like you're starting over back at this Ten of Cups. As long as you remain content and you keep your cup full and you keep your emotions in check and you tame this internal battle that you may be experiencing, then you're fine. But I think this is what comes after this ending. You haven't lost anything. If anything, you gain a cup, because you went from the Nine of Cups to the Ten of Cups. So if anything, you gain by letting this go, and it brings in room for more inspiration, more passion, for you to spend more time and effort on the things that you truly desire. Let's see what this message is about. Show me message. And we also have the Page of Swords here twice. The Page and the Princess, same thing. Okay, so clarifying mature man and message. We have Four of Swords and Princess of Pentacles. So this is a very studious energy with the Princess of Pentacles, wanting to learn something, paying attention to detail, wanting to invest in something, understanding that things take time, having patience. It could be a spirit guide for some of you. You could be getting a spiritual message or download or something like that. But with the Four of Swords being here, it's about meditation, rest, coming into alignment, peace, and also recharging your batteries, restoration of your energy. Some of you could be expecting this, so maybe you just need to settle your energy and you know, stay balanced or stay at peace until this communication comes in or until this offer comes in. It could be an offer to invest in something or to learn something or study something or someone. I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit confusing. The Princess of Pentacles. Because it's like wanting to make an effort towards something, but slowly. So you could be, I don't know, maybe this is the person who's going to reach out to you. Maybe they're meditating, trying to find the right words, trying to center their energy, trying to balance themselves before they come. Because this is a very slow energy, and this is not movement at all. So within a week, you may be hearing from this person. Let's look at advice. Let's get some advice with the divine energy. Ooh, live your soul, not a role. I love that. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. I feel like until you get comfortable in this new body, living this new life, you still feel the need to kind of defend yourself. But once you get comfortable, you won't need to be in this Seven of Swords energy, like where you need to have your own back. You'll trust spirit to have your back for you. You won't feel the need to be so closed off with your love, or you won't be afraid of losing any offers that come your way. You'll be open and you'll be confident. So live your soul, not a role. I think you're already doing that by just doing what's best for you, doing the things that make you happy. Like I said, with Coffin, ending the behavior of not doing the things that bring you happiness and bring you contentment. Really closing out that chapter where you put yourself last or something like that. So doing what's true to you, doing what feels great to your soul, what feels natural to in your heart. Doing those things and not what people feel like you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? People can assign a role to you like, oh, you've always done that, you're supposed to do that. No, I woke up this morning and I decided I wanted to do it this way, so I'm doing it this way. You know, live your soul, not a role. Do what's best for you. Do what you feel. Make decisions that you'll be happy with. Don't let anyone dictate to you how you should live your life. Refine your attention. There could be some things that you're focused on that you need to refine. You could be focusing on loss, or you could be focusing on lack or sadness when you still have something there to nurture. You could be focusing on protecting yourself and defending yourself rather than collaborating with spirit or learning or becoming more skilled. So just really pay attention. I think you are paying a lot of attention to your growth, but pay attention to where you're taking on too many responsibilities, where you're adding things onto your workload that don't really belong to you. Really refine the things that you decide to give your attention to, and I think there is a need to just focus on your own emotions. Keep those balanced, keep those in order, keep those in check. That probably is the main focus. And you could, I don't know, you could have been going out partying, drinking, or something to distract yourself from this. So have some strength, have some willpower, and be patient with yourself with the strength card here. Trust the divine plan is here. So this means that everything is going according to plan. You're right on time. We have a lot of major arcana cards, so the spirit is working with you. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is happening. So you could be in this hangman energy, like waiting on something to happen or waiting for something to occur in the 3D. Continuing to take care of your responsibilities and handle your duties, but having some doubts. So do trust that the divine is in control, and you know, even when it feels like nothing is happening, something is happening. It's just slower here than it is in the spiritual world. So you may be more in tune about what's going on in the spiritual world, and you could just be waiting on this chapter to finish, to close. You could be paying very close attention to the burden or the work that you're doing. But you know how as soon as you let something go, as soon as you stop thinking about something, as soon as you are just indifferent to the results, you don't have any expectations, it happens or it comes to you. And I feel like that's where you need to be. You need to be such at peace where you're just open to whatever comes, whatever goes. You're just open. You don't feel the need to be so aggressively defensive, because this is the flow and the synchronicity and balance of the universe. This represents equal give and take. This represents being in sync with the universe. I think I said that already, sorry to be repetitive. But it's giving and receiving, flow and prosperity. So I think once you truly when you get to prosperity, you'll be more open. You won't be so defensive. I feel like this is just initially coming into this energy like, no, mine. But at the same time, the divine wouldn't have given it to you, wouldn't have given you an open cup if it wasn't supposed to be shared. You just need to be very careful about who you share it with. And don't be too closed off about people wanting to come take from your cup. Just be very careful about who you decide to let take from your cup. You know what I'm saying? Because you do want equal give and take. So it's just time to use your discernment and detach. And if you're not sure about something, wait for your enlightenment, wait for your intuition to let you know. And then the Six of Cups is just beneath that. You could be dealing with someone from your past or past life. This represents nostalgia, happy memories, and blasts from the past, lovers or friends. So this could be someone returning from your past or someone that you have dealt with in some capacity, which I did get that vibe from in the beginning. Like whoever you're dealing with, you already know this person, or you've already been dealing with this person. I know some parts were all over the place, but I really hope that was helpful for you, Aquarius. I'm going to go ahead and end your reading here. So it does look like you may be receiving some type of correspondence or message within the next week or so. I think you're taking care of yourself. Just be mindful of not being too defensive, and trust the divine is working in your favor. And there's nothing to be afraid of. Spirit is protecting you, so you don't have to. Yes, you do need to protect yourself, but it's like you don't have to do so aggressively. You know what I'm saying? You can be a little bit more poised about it, and I think as you get comfortable with all of the changes you've experienced, you won't feel the need to be so. It gives me a vibe of kind of like being on edge, like, is this person out to get me? Is this person gonna screw me over? Like, feeling like you gotta watch everybody, kind of paranoid. That's what it feels like. So don't be paranoid. Trust yourself. Be kind to yourself. Continue to pay attention to all of the growth and changes that you're experiencing. I hope this gives you some insight and some helpful guidance. If not, watch your moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter signs. The rest of the zodiac signs are coming as soon as possible. Thank you for watching. And please like, subscribe, and comment if it resonated. You can donate, book a personal reading, or connect with me on social media by the links below, as well as check your chart for your placements of your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And until next time, peace, love, and light.